Don't worry,
Move the curtain over, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
I've got good editing skills, so don't worry about any pauses. Just edit it all,
Okay.
cut it out. And they'll also have a voice recording in case something goes wrong. Okay, so this is part 2 now, the client consultation. We're now moving on to the SMART targets, the goals of what my client Debbie here wants to achieve within her set time frame. So we're just going to start off with basic information such as name, date of birth, etc, etc.
Okay.
Fantastic. Welcome, Debbie, to part 2 of the client consultation.
Thank you. Go on.
Before we start the interview template, can I just get your name down, please?
Yeah, so there's Debbie Sawyer.
Sure. So if you could actually do that, thank you. That would be good.
Do you want my date of birth?
Yes, I'd also like your date of birth, thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this one.
That's
so it's 09 June 1971, and I'm female. So I don't. Do you circle that? I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I can sort that out. So I'll just get rid of the M.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
gender female.
Right, my height is 5'10". I'm pretty tall.
So that's about 1 meter 80. 180
Okay.
centimeters.
And my weight is about 72. How much is that in stones?
I'll be very honest, I do not know.
72 kgs.
So stone, kg to ton. So 11.
Yes, that's it. 72.
72 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any idea what your BMI is?
My BMI is within very healthy ranges. Actually, it's higher than I thought it was because it goes 18 to 25, doesn't it?
Correct, yes,
and
correct.
I'm about 23.
23.
Yeah, I've put on actually, but I'm 23.
23.
But that's quite fit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite fair. And again, with something like the BMI, with the body mass index, it only takes into account, I believe, your weight compared to your height.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is it doesn't take into your full body composition.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of athletes, especially bigger ones such as rugby players,
they've got a high BMI because of their muscle
because the relative to their weight and what muscle they have in comparison to fat tissue, bone density, etc, etc.
Okay, good to know.
So yeah, that's why people can get a bit scared. But BMI, it's an indicator, but it's not the full story.
Okay.
It's quite a partial summary of what a person is. So yeah, don't be too scared about the BMI. Other factors can tell whether a human being is healthy or not. Fantastic. So we've discussed recently about that your goal was to cycle 20 kilometers because you've got a race in years time. Yeah. You'd like to become more flexible in your Pilates classes, but you struggle with the stretching because you don't partake in it.
Yeah.
And the last one was to also drop a dress size within 6 months.
Looking at that BMI, I wouldn't want to get it down, but as you say, that's not the be all and end.
That's not the be all and end.
But to drop a dress size would be rather nice.
Fantastic. So in terms of your training regime and the way you want to go about training and your experience as you are a novice, what client barriers or what things are preventing you from wanting to take part in physical activity?
I tell myself I haven't got the time, but I probably have, which means I probably don't have the motivation. Then I don't want to look stupid. I mean, I can't wear lycra leggings and feel comfortable, so I'll have to dress the part. In truth, I do want to get fit. I want to get fitter. So, yeah, getting bored with it might be a problem.
Lack of
Going every day, that would be an issue. In your gym, is there Wi-Fi?
Yes, we have Wi-Fi in the gym that I work at currently.
That's okay. As long as I can get the radio in my earphones, that will
Lovely.
help. Yeah, that will help.
I believe they're installing this television on the cardiovascular machines, like the sit-down bike, so when you're doing your exercise, you can tune into the radio or to whatever favourite channel that you're 2.
Okay, lovely.
With the exercises they I'm sitting quite far away from the computer. I have to carry out. Lovely. Okay, and can I just get one more barrier that makes it hard for you to want to partake into a physical activity regime?
If I can't get there in the day, I'm not going in the evening. Would you call that a barrier?
Yeah, that makes sense because people have evenings, you know.
Yeah, I can't make it in the evening. I've got other commitments. So if I can't fit it in the day, then that could be a problem.
Times are a no-go. Fan stop. Full stop. Despite obviously when we start out in our fitness careers with the barriers and the quote-unquote partial excuses, some barriers are very valid, but also some of them internally, we just saying it because we're afraid ultimately. So and everyone's got their own story. We're not here to judge, we're only here to help. What motivators do you have when it comes to starting your fitness regime?
Honestly, the idea of doing this charity bike ride is the primary motivator. The other things push me forward, but I would so like to take part in the charity bike ride because, without going into details, a friend of mine had a particular illness and it would be lovely to support the charity.
And the money.
Yeah.
Lovely. Can I get a second one, please? Another motivator?
Well, it's pretty vague, but I'd just like to maintain my mobility and
that's not vague at all.
Healthy.
That's very, very valid.
Yeah.
I think that's a very paramount thing because when you're younger and your early days of life, you take things like walking, going up the stairs, walking to the shops for granted, but as it starts to build up on you, these small simple things become really tough tasks.
Well, as you can tell from my age, I'm 53.
Yep, you're still pretty young.
Yeah, plenty of life, but I want to maintain my mobility and zest for life.
That'll allow you to do fun things if you was to go on holiday, bungee jumping, climbing, those thrills of activities in life. Yeah, it's true though. Things get taken right way too much. And can I get one more motivator, please?
Well, I suppose dropping the dress size would be a motivator, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping the dress size.
Impressing friends.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I want someone to say, "Oh, crumbs, Dad, you're looking good. Thank you."
Fantastic, lovely. So, despite us having the barriers and things that hinder our want for our drive into our fitness regimes, we do have a couple of strategies, or do you have any strategies that you would use to maximize the motivators?
I've never tried this before, so I don't know where to start, really.
So, for example, you say you don't have enough time. What could you do to get around that?
Well, set aside time. But give this fitness priority rather than making other things more priority. I suppose I could do that, couldn't I? Prioritise things.
Yep. So we had also, you didn't want to look stupid and embarrassed.
No, I don't.
How do you think, or what are the things that you feel you could use to get over that fear?
Well, in truth, I probably won't look stupid or embarrassed. I'll just go in there and do it. So that's something in my head. It's a barrier in my head. I don't think it's real, but it's, I need to give myself a good talking to for that one, don't I?
So despite all the new kids wearing these fancy gym wears, Lycra, whatever nonsense you want to talk about, at the end of the day, as long as you've got something that you can move your body in, be a bit flexible, don't mind getting sweaty in, and you feel comfortable in, I think that's the best way of going about things. Obviously the appropriate trainers and shorts and probably shirt would, but it doesn't need to be the state of the art. At the end of the day, as long as you're comfortable, you need to work with what's going to get you the workout done.
Okay.
By all means.
And I'd probably see other people in a gym dressed casually as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. More often actually these days, to be honest.
Okay, thank you.
And the last barrier was you found it, or you believe that exercise is going to be repetitive and cumbersome.
Oh yeah, I can't be bored.
As you want variety in your workout program.
Yeah, I do.
So what do you think you could use to get over that?
Well, I don't know if I could do this immediately because I don't know where my fitness level is. But do you have classes at the gym?
Yep, we do have.
So maybe I could work up to going to classes when I feel that I'm able to compete in a class and keep up with everybody else. So maybe that, I don't know.
That's a really good thing that you mentioned, because if you're going to a fitness class, you're going to be surrounded by people with all the same common goal, and they're going to be definitely people that are if not in the same position as you.
Yeah.
And you guys can then get a social aspect from it, and you'll then be able to encourage and motivate each other and keep each other accountable for your gym goals and classes, etc., etc. Yeah. So that's a good thing to do.
Is it? Oh, good. Good.
Yep. Lovely. Fantastic. So now we're going to move on to some other miscellaneous things. What is your current lifestyle, occupation and hobbies?
So I'm an appropriate adult with the Bristol Youth Justice System, so I go into police stations and support young people. And I also invigilate exams at the university.
And your hobbies, if you have any, to be honest.
Well, I love going to the cinema.
Yep.
Yeah, and I love going out with my friends. I'm not a great reader, oddly enough, but and I do like watching a bit of TV, but the cinema and going out with friends is hugely important, and I like to travel. So I'm usually putting my money to work on travelling.
And do you have any exercise preferences? So, for example, since you said you want to become more flexible and do the cycle race for charity, instead of, example, doing a bunch of squats or deadlifts or bench presses or other body part isolation movements, since you have a type of goal you want to achieve and there's a type of machines in that gym that can mimic the goal you want to do, would you, we've got, cycle bikes, sitting cycling bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, stretching machines, yoga mats, trainers that can help you with stretches. What type of exercises do you think that you prefer when you step into a gym?
I'm not sure. I would need some help with that. I think probably on the bike would be useful.
Yep. Static bike.
To learn, to learn that. And I think probably weight training.
Yep.
I'm told that weight training is very good.
Absolutely.
Arms and legs, I think.
Full body.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So resistance training.
Yeah.
Resistance training. Leg focused. Well as. Lovely. And if you give me one more exercise that you would think you prefer to do whilst training?
I don't know if this would be appropriate here, but if I could work up to going into the classes and doing yoga or Pilates to get my flexibility going, that's what I'd like to do. That's really what I'd like to do. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's very fine. Into classes to gain flexibility. Lovely. Now we're just going to move on to the last section, which is the SMART target goals, which stands for smart, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. But we summarised them here just to make the interview process a little less cumbersome. So, in terms of the cycle, the race, being more flexible and dropping the dress size, what would you say are the short-term goals at the moment?
That's a really hard one. I mean, the goal is to cycle. So, but I know I can't go from a standing start to cycling.
Yeah.
So would it help if we took the cycle where I wanted and broke that down and gave me some milestone points to pass.
Yeah.
Am I making any sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, right. Okay then. So I think we started off by saying I wanted to be able to go 20 kilometres, didn't I? I won't be able to do. But if I, in truth, if I tried to do 20 kilometres in my first session, I'd be damaging myself, wouldn't I? So how would I work up to the 20 kilometres?
So instead of cycling 20 kilometres, within the first 4 weeks, we can aim for cycling a 5 kilometre.
Okay, is that doable in 4 weeks, do you think?
Very doable in 4 weeks. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
5 kilometres instead.
Okay. And then build up from there then?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a good way forward.
You don't even need to have to go outside, you can just do it on the bike and it'll tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, within 4
and if
weeks.
I'm on the bike and I've got the radio in my earpiece, I'll be
before
fine.
you know it, you'll be cycling around the whole city.
Yeah.
And for the flexibility goal?
Oh. To be fair, right now I can't touch my toes.
Okay.
It's quite basic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I can't do it. I would like to be able to touch my toes.
Slowly progress to touching toes.
And then working up to doing a yoga or Pilates.
In the first month.
Oh, would I do it in a month?
I think a month is doable.
You do?
Yep, I think a month is doable.
Okay.
So again, within the first.
It's quite exciting. I think I could do that in a month.
4 weeks as well. Lovely. And then the dress size. So I don't know if you use kilograms or stone a week, but how many kilograms would you want to be dropping a week, and what do you think your desired weight would want to be?
I don't know, but I to drop the dress size, if I'm exercising, my body will reshape anyway, won't it? So I would rather not put a weight in there, just say I'd like to drop a dress size, but I'd like to do it in 6 months.
Okay. So you want to do it in
and
6
you
months.
can help me with that, can you?
I can help you with that. So change diet. How about we say a quarter of your body weight a week? That sounds good.
A quarter of my body weight?
So not a quarter of your body weight, but what I meant is what you're currently eating. We just take a quarter of that away. Just a fraction.
Okay.
So not 75%.
No, okay.
Just a small.
Of what I eat, not my body.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
So sorry, a quarter of a kilo.
My intake.
So 250 grams less than you were.
Okay.
So not a kilo a week, because that's pretty extreme.
Yeah. Okay.
Half kilo a week still pretty intense, but they say a quarter of a kilo a week would be pretty good. Diet and lose 200. Lovely. Let's move on to the medium-term goals. Okay. So what would the medium-term goals would be for the cycling?
Well, to hit the 20k.
Hit the 20k.
In 3 months. Could I do 4 months? It's got to be 4 months,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So the cycling hit.
Yeah.
Let's say 10 kilometers in the first 2 months. 10. Weeks of training. flexibility size, be able touch toes within, no, by, not within, be able to touch the toes within, I'd say 3 months.
Okay.
12 weeks of training. I think that's very doable. Very doable. And the last one, lose 5 kilos within 3 months. Lose 5 kilos within.
Yeah, that's doable, isn't it?
That's very doable.
And that's a healthy way
That's
to lose
very
weight.
healthy, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then your long-term goals is to cycle the race.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. My long-term goal is to go on the race, which is in about 11 months' time, and to still be coming to the gym and enjoying it. That's the goal. There's nothing else. So there's 2 goals there.
Joining the Pilates class.
Oh, yeah.
kg in 6 months. How will goals be, and how will goals be reviewed? So like follow-up dates in the short term. So the short-term goals we had was the cycling.
Mm. I can keep an eye on that myself, can't I?
Yeah,
Hitting
you
those
can.
milestones.
So tracking weekly progress.
Will the machines in the gym measure this for me as well?
The machines will measure how long it took you to ride that distance, and then every session you can take a picture on your phone, or some of the apps will tell you your statistics if you have a fitness watch, and then you'll be able to monitor whether you're improving. At least for the Pilates, at least. Toes and the weight loss, weekly weigh-in.
You don't have any scales, have you got
don't, I
them
mean,
in the gym?
we got some in the gym, plenty, yeah.
That's good.
I'd recommend doing it in the morning when you've had a good night's sleep, gone to the toilet and not have anything in you, so you can get the most accurate result. Because it would vary if you was to drink a litre of water and certain scales, you know, you're gonna see a different number than you would to when you were on an empty stomach.
And is it okay to exercise on an empty stomach?
Oh yeah, you could just maybe bring a snack.
Oh yeah, of course. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that. Sorry.
That's fine. The medium-term goals would be cycle 10 kilometers whilst watch the screen. Gym machine. The Pilates, you would just put flexibility at least have at your first fitness class within 2 months. And then dropped 1. The last one. Okay, for the cycling.
I'd like to raise a lot of money for my charity ride. I might even pass the hat around to friends I make in the gym.
Raise the money risen from the anti-ride after Okay. Second one would be a frequent Pilates member.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't it?
It would be good. And the last one would be a frequent Pilates member in your local gym taking.
I'd like to come in here for lunch wearing a smaller frock.
Yeah, that definitely that.
Yeah. Dear me.
Lunch with friends wearing
Yes.
After
Thank you.
6 months time of training.
What an achievement that would be.
Lovely. So I believe that is all for now. Thank you very much for taking your time out for doing and participating in the interview.
Thank you.
I very much appreciate that.
No,
And I
what
hope you
happens
achieve
next?
your goals. What happens next, I'll come back and make a follow-up with you, and we will then design your exercise program
Excellent.
and training card.
Thank you very much,
But
Charlie.
thank you very much